Hello, hello, and welcome into the best professional wrestling and sports podcast to come through your speakers. It is the Ace in the Hole podcast, and it's madness. It's March Madness, and we are coming to you live today with a special episode. Me, Austin, and Eli. We're talking about the great American hysteria, the March Madness. Eli, how is it?
It's no one I really wanted in the tournament, so
Spoken like a true IU fan. Anyway,
whoa! No. No. Do not call me an IU fan. What is my
so I'll
school?
kick it.
What is
I
my
will kick
school?
it to the IU
What
fan
is my
though.
school?
Austin, how you doing?
IU fan, excuse me? You're just throwing
What
around
is
all
your
kinds
school?
of lies. Your credibility as a reporter and podcaster is tanking right now.
You can do whatever you want when you're the double champ, so.
Okay, Adam Schefter, let's calm down. You can't just start saying shit because you heard it from an anonymous source within somewhere. And you definitely didn't just make it up and throw it out there and say it.
I don't know what you're talking about. LeBron definitely going to retire. What are you talking about?
I can't stand
I
Adam
hope.
Schefter, bro. I cannot stand Adam Schefter.
Me and Austin had two different reactions to that.
But regardless, March Madness is
Yes.
bonkers. Just in the MAC alone, like if you can somehow go back and rewatch that Toledo Buffalo game, it is the craziest. I can't even explain it. Buffalo was ahead by 15 points the entire game, and they blew the lead within the final 6 minutes, and somehow regained the lead, blew it again, ended in a tie, so they went to overtime and they won by 3. And it is some of the most baffling coaching decisions you will ever see.
This is like in the Big Ten tournament. I was watching the Ohio State Illinois game, and Ohio State just forgot to play how to play basketball in the last minute and a half. It was crazy.
That's about what Buffalo did. Buffalo, one of their girls, it was the women's tournament. One of their girls went to go pass it to their teammate, and the teammate wasn't even looking, and it bounced off her back. And Toledo got it and took it down the court and scored. You want to talk about March Madness? It's been in effect for a while now.
Madness.
It's only about to get crazier.
4 days for the next 3 weeks, and then the final 4 will hit us. We have jam-packed basketball. We'll have that. We have WrestleMania happening. Good Friday and Easter is also happening in there. There is so much happening.
We will say this now. Luton Town is not getting relegated.
Yep. Luton Town.
Little Luton Town's
17th. After After a 4-point deduction to Nottingham Forest, Little Luton Town is now 17th in the Prem and is poised to not go back down.
I last week I said I was a Nottingham Forest fan, which it's like the lower teams. It's like the relegation teams. Like they're all fun to watch just because they are all like so far from the Arsenals and Man Cities and Man U's and Liverpools of the Premier League. You can't help but root for them. But Little Luton Town's still living that massive dream.
Speaking of City and Liverpool, did you catch any of that game yesterday?
I did not.
The 4-3 extra time thriller. Man United down to 10 men with just a minute of extra time left, booking their ticket to Wembley by beating Liverpool. Beautiful.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I didn't see any of this. I saw the red card because didn't he take his jersey off and they gave him a red card? I saw that.
He got his second yellow, and it was he was already on a yellow. So
sorry, I moved my setup around. Now I'm bumping into shit.
But
yeah, I saw the pictures of
him
taking off his jersey. Yeah, that's everything I saw. It looked crazy. I didn't actually get to sit down and watch it.
It was mental.
Eli, you know how Tottenham's doing?
What was that?
I said, do you know how Tottenham's doing?
Probably piss poor.
I think they're 5th, aren't they?
They just lost yesterday.
Let me take a look at the table real quick.
Yeah, they did just lose
they're still
yesterday.
5th. They're still above Man U.
That's
I had
fair.
good margin too. 6 points looks like.
Yeah, and
So-
fifth will
Glad I
get
let you
them
see.
securely into the Europa League. So
Oh, that Luton Town at 17 looks nice.
I agree. So I have.
Now,
Go
it'd
ahead.
be
Go ahead.
even better if somehow Everton dropped down to 18 and they both just moved up.
If Everton just fell off the face of the
In a
planet.
perfect world.
Fair enough. So I actually have a couple little hits of small talk real quick. We're going to turn this into a wrestling podcast real quick.
Yeah.
It's going to be real quick. Yeah. So Eli, I have actually come to ask you a question about Stardom. So Eli, how do you feel about how thin the high speed division is in Stardom?
It's so stupid. It is so stupid. It's such a
It feels
good
like it's just the
concept.
same 3 or 4
And
people just
it
challenging for the
is.
belt all the time.
It is really such a good concept, but it's so freaking dumb. They use it for pushover rivalries, and it's not used for what it's supposed to be used for, and I hate it so much. Not as
I
bad as
agree.
the Future of Stardom title, though.
Yeah.
That one was made for
So
Starlight
I don't know.
Kid,
It being
and
a
once
part
she
of the
moved
Grand
on,
Slam
it went.
is very weird.
It is, but
So
it's
my next question for you is: I actually did a little looking into this. Who do you think the number one merch mover is in Stardom? Just take a random guess, because
I
I
would
don't
almost
think
want
you'll
to
get
say
it.
Mayu, but it's not Mayu.
It is not Mayu. It is Starlight Kid. Actually,
Yeah, that makes sense.
she is
It's like,
the.
like I said, the Future Stardom title was made for her, and once
Oh,
she
yeah.
moved on from that, she's not really held anything else though. Is the problem? As much as I
So
love Stardom, that's a big problem for them, as they book rivalries and people up, and they don't do anything with them.
I will now answer the question you asked me last week for who the new face is. Now that Julia's doing Julia things. So how do you feel about that Cosmic Mother? I
Cosmic
can't say her
Mother.
real name. Natupori, I think. I cannot say her name right. I'm sorry.
Natsupoi?
Yes, that one.
See, she is one of, potentially, she wants to be the face, but that's not the actual face of the company upcoming. But since you've done enough studying, obviously,
in my
I will
opinion, I think
say
it should be Suzuki.
that one's not a bad one. The way it's
I think it
leaning
should be
towards is
Suzuki.
it's going to be Micah.
I mean, it is really easy when you have the big belt to say that you are the face. So
Well, if you look at a lot of the storytelling and everything else, they're kind of building it towards. Now, Natsupoi probably will be, and I have no problem with her taking it because I think she could do it decently. Suzuki would be a really good one, though.
I know. There's something about how they're booking Suzuki. It's really fun. So now,
They're building
anyway,
her up, but it's...
That was the...
Is your question also pro wrestling related to me?
Yes, it is.
Okay, I will want to say this.
Good.
Go check the group chat. I'll explain to everyone while you guys are watching it. So the WWE production has taken quite the hike in just mind-blowing shit and actually doing what they should have been doing this entire time and using everything to their abilities. And one, like, real crown, like, the jewel in the crown is the shot that they had tonight of Sami Zayn walking. He walked completely from the ring through Gorilla and out through backstage without the camera not cutting a single time. They followed him behind the screen, through the curtains, and everything. And I cannot tell you how hard of a shot that is to pull off. And not only that, to do it that well and make it look that good, Kevin Dunn couldn't do that, ever.
And it sets up for R-Truth, Miz, and DIY there, too. That's really good.
Like, this, like, that very well might be my job here in a few years. So, like, that like, I love seeing that. I love seeing WWE actually doing everything that they've been able to do for years and not just doing the same shit over and over and over again still. Like that, if I see a company doing that, that makes me want to go work for the company from a production standpoint. We don't gotta get into that.
Fair enough. So I'll make it a little shorter because
Yeah, I
That's
took up all
that's
your
really
time.
good.
That's my bad.
No, you're
Let me
good,
take
you're
up something real quick. I've been learning
Um,
sign language. So anybody that knows what I've signed the whole beginning of the show, way to go.
That means people would have to stand looking at you for that long.
I'm sorry. On my screen, you have black lines going up and down your whole screen, so shut up.
That was nasty. That was nasty. You can't even tell me that wasn't nasty. That was nasty.
That was good.
Jesus.
That was
I'm
good.
giving myself a pat on the back for that one. That's nasty.
Give the
A little
champ.
bit of JLP sunning in me.
So, Austin, who do you think the 5 teams in the tag team tournament at Mania are going to be? In the tag team
I don't know.
turmoil.
Don't fucking. Is it men's or women's?
Men's. It's for the undisputed.
Miz and Truth.
Yeah.
Already in
So
it.
obviously Judgment Day, Miz and Truth, DIY, Viking Raiders, and probably some form of the LWO. Oh no, nope, not the LWO.
Humberto and
No,
Gaza. They already qualified.
did they really?
Yeah. I do believe.
Okay, so then, then what about Pete Dunne and
the new
Tyler
Catch
Bates?
Republic.
Yeah, I thought they were.
Pretty sure they've already qualified.
I
so
didn't
then
see that.
I'm wrong already then.
So
Because mine would have been LWO, Judgment Day, obviously, Viking Raiders, New Catch Republic, and Miz and R-Truth. Which I think that'll probably be what ends up happening if they all haven't already qualified. But
yeah. So
I'm looking it up
Here's
just
my-
to see.
here's my next question for you. What do you think the biggest swerve at this year's WrestleMania is going to be?
it's obviously going to be some shit with the bloodline.
Because
So
I've seen the crowd for Seth turning on Cody growing and growing by the day.
Well, and here's the thing too: is I've also seen the same thing with Rock turning on Roman.
Yeah.
my bad.
I agree.
Who knows?
Judgment Day, DIY, Awesome Truth, and that is it. That is all that's been announced so far. My bad. Humberto and I think Garza had a match on SmackDown, and the thing I saw, I thought it was qualifying. That's my bad.
So
I just hope they use
who
this
is
to split
qualified
the damn
and who
tag
hasn't?
titles.
I'm sorry, I wasn't.
Judgment Day, DIY,
It's Awesome Truth,
Awesome
DIY,
Truth.
Judgment Day.
Yeah, so the final 2 teams are going to be New Catch Republic and Viking Raiders.
Fair
Like
enough.
I said, perfect.
Nope, there's 3 more
Match made
teams.
in
It's
heaven.
6. It's 6.
Okay, so then Humberto and whoever else. That's perfect. My answers don't change. Cliff said 5, so I picked 5. But
So
were you asking me about them splitting the titles, or were you just saying that you hope they do?
I was saying I hope they do. I hope that they do the spot where one team pulls down a SmackDown, the other pulls down a Raw, and that's how they do it. We can get back to having real tag divisions.
Yeah. Well, they definitely have. I don't think they've been getting all these tag teams together for no reason, like the New Catch Republic,
DIY
and SmackDown,
and
all
Awesome.
that. Yeah,
DIY
like
and
they've
Awesome
been doing.
Truth or the Catch Republic. Pull it
Yeah,
down
they've
at
been
the same
doing
time.
this for a reason. It's time to split the titles, and they know that. So I'm just praying that they make the correct decision and go that path.
Shout out to Judgment Day though. They've been
Yeah, I'm not saying there's
workhorse.
anything wrong with their reign. I'm just saying it's time.
Yeah.
It's made a fan out of me.
And not only that, it also gives Damian Priest the ability to actually cash in his Money in the Bank.
Yeah, I agree. You think we'll see a cash in at Mania? Maybe on Drew?
Well, why am I spoiling my predictions?
Could be.
Good. I don't know. However, I gotta put the belt away because this is not the wrestling podcast. We are doing a March Madness bracket off. Whoever has the best bracket is going to become the new reigning, defending Ace in the Hole prediction sports champion. However, it wouldn't be the Ace in the Hole if we didn't do something a little bit different. We're doing both the men's and the women's this year.
Resident women's basketball expert right here.
Yeah, so
That is not true in the slightest.
Oh, hey, before we get into this, I've been getting shit for being a Celtics fan. And what team qualified first for the playoffs?
Who has been giving you shit for being a Celtics fan?
Everybody gives me shit for being a Celtics fan. Now,
Okay.
we choke in the playoffs often and/or championship games, so it's fair sometimes, but we consistently choke and we're better than the other teams because we at least make it to the finals.
So, for any of you who are curious, as of right now, the parlay is actually tied, I believe, because me and
It's
Eli
always the fucking race.
both picked the Boston Celtics. Austin picked the 9-win Detroit Pistons.
Listen, I thought they had it in them. And it's a pick of a champion, shoes of a champion. And let's be honest, by that point in the episode, I was just like LA Knight in that promo. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. However, Austin
he joined
did
Cody
win as
and
Illinois
Jay.
made it further in the Big Ten tournament than
I
Purdue
told
did.
y'all, them boys, the Big Orange, the Fighting Illinois, they kind of crazy with it.
So,
why
and
am
we
I
same
playing
picked everything
Austin
else.
round 1?
So now it comes down to the Xfinity race at Coda. So between the Xfinity race at Coda and the end of the March Madness tournament, there's a little bit of a gap. So whoever wins at that point will be sports champion until the end of the March Madness. To which then the true champion will be claimed and crowned, and then we will resume as if nothing ever changed.
I hate life right now.
Did you just
I'm
look at and realize
Austin.
how fucked you are in the basketball fantasy league? Look at that smile.
Beat by so much.
A little toofy grin over here. A little toofy grin going on over here. Not only that, wait, I don't play this week. Never mind. I was gonna say Pascal Siakam just had like a 25-point game, so I'm definitely locking my
you
shit.
do play Eli this week.
You play me round 1.
We're in first round of playoffs.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm playing.
I just looked.
Yeah, because I'm down in the losers bracket because I was a game out. 2 games out.
You went to 3rd and I went to 6th.
Can't believe Chad missed the playoffs. That's a heartbreaker.
I tried.
Chad had a tough season. For the the entire first half of the season, he every week was facing one of the top 3 scorers. And in the second half, he went on like a 6-7 win run.
Yep.
It fell apart right. The slipper just didn't fit.
He almost had it, and then it just right down to the wire, 2 games short. So, but I have no room to talk. I also was 3 games short at the end of the year, so I have no room to talk. I'm glad that trade worked out for you, Eli. You're muted, my guy.
It's working out really well right now.
So, Austin kicked his ass.
Oh,
kiss my ass.
Don't you worry. I got it covered.
All right. We will do you want to do the men's first or the women's first?
Would it be not PC to say ladies first?
We can do the women's first.
Is that the women's
I feel like
TC?
that's more of a gamble.
Not for me.
Okay.
So
I'm on it now.
Where's the Ball State women at, Austin?
In the invitational tournament. Hey, you want to study the downfall? Study the downfall of the Ball State women's basketball team this year. It's not a downfall. I don't mean that in a bad light. I'm not even going to say that. They had a hell of a season. They just didn't win. They didn't win when it mattered. And that's okay. Because they are a great team. They know they're a great team. Brady Salee is a hell of a coach. And I think he will rally those women. And they will make noise in the invitational tournament. I fully believe that. That is watching. Well, it's the first time they've ever had the women's basketball invitational tournament. Ever. I think.
I believe so. I don't know.
And this is the first time Ball State gets to host a game in the invitational tournament.
Oh, wow.
So, that team is good. It's a very, very old school team. They play full court press. heavy defense. They're very picky with their shots. They're going to use all of that shot clock. It's impressive to watch. They aren't 3 after 3 and then you're down by 15. They are, turnover here, turnover there. They nickel and dime you until you look up at the scoreboard and it's the third quarter and you're down by 23. It's a nice palate cleanser because basketball, there's very little defense played now.
Almost like Connorsville back in the day.
Oh man, it's a fun team to watch if you appreciate old school basketball. Very stingy, and I love it.
So,
not to mention Allie Becky's her, bro. Allie Becky's her. She's a bucket.
Eli, do you feel ready to do the women's bracket?
I have 2 picks done, 3 picks done apparently, but I one of them's obvious.
All right, so how do you guys want to do this? Do you want to do it by region? Read our regional Final Four.
I don't care. We can do it however.
Yeah, we'll do that.
I know I said I was going to do it as we were going through, but I already know where I'm going with a lot of these picks, so...
All right, so I'll go first for the women's just to get us rolling, and we'll get to the men's. We'll switch it. So, in the Albany 1 region, I have South Carolina going over SHU, and then I have North Carolina, 8th seeded.
Here, let's take it game by game.
Okay.
Because I feel like if we read it all out and we just, we're going to forget who we pick.
Okay. Well, I've got it.
Is that okay?
No, we can do that.
That's just the way. It may take longer, but that's just the way I feel like.
Sure. So, yeah.
And if it takes too long, we'll switch. I just feel like if we go through all of them, we're just going to forget and we won't talk about them.
Works for me.
So, I don't think there's much to talk about in the first game. I think South Carolina is going to beat
Mollywop.
Yeah, whoever that is. Next game's interesting though. North Carolina versus Michigan State.
Eli, you picking the 16 seed? It'll be hot off the play-in tournament.
No.
All right.
South Carolina.
The second match in the Albany round is North Carolina versus Michigan State in 8-9 matchup. I'm taking North Carolina.
I am taking Michigan State.
I'm going UNC here.
Well, there's our first difference.
Out of respect,
to
my school.
There are going to be plenty.
Respect to my school. No Michigan State here.
Okay. We have the 5th seeded Oklahoma taking on the 12th seeded Florida Gulf Coast. I've got Oklahoma.
I also have Oklahoma.
Oh,
yeah, Florida Gulf Coast University.
I couldn't have told you that. What the hell is their logo?
It just says FGCU with whatever their mascot is.
Is that a dragon?
What's the Eli? Eli can figure that out. Cliff, we got a bracket to actually fill out.
The 4th seeded Indiana Hoosiers taking on the 13th seeded Fairfield. I've got the Indiana Hoosiers.
Yeah, give me the Hoosiers.
I got IU.
Smart pick. They've been playing really good ball this year.
They've been
way better than our men's team.
They've been heating up. They've had an up and down season. Like they've had the talent, but they just haven't been able to string it together. They're getting hot at the right time.
Here's the issue: is they had a couple big injuries there towards the end of the season, so could play into this. I don't think they were severe enough to impact this tournament. I think it was mostly the Big Ten tournament that it was affecting.
And our next matchup pits the 6th seeded Nebraska versus the 11th seeded Texas A&M. I got Nebraska.
I also have Nebraska, but I would not be surprised to see an upset here.
I feel
like SEC teams are always just good.
Yeah,
I'm going for
one of my
upset here.
watches. A&M.
I got Texas A&M.
That's a very feasible upset.
It is. not so feasible upset is the next one.
As Oregon State takes on Eastern Washington. I got Oregon State all day.
Yeah, I got the
Oregon.
Beavers. That's not Oregon. It's Oregon State.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're going on
Well,
about.
you know what? I didn't add the damn state to it.
You know what's crazy? I also picked Marquette.
Really?
I did. I think they'll beat Ole Miss.
That's
You also
three.
picked Marquette, Eli?
That's 3.
Wow, we all picked Marquette to go over Ole Miss in an upset.
And then I think I can lead this one. I think we know who I picked here.
You're going Kent State, right?
Yeah, you're
I
going
will
the
beat the
match. A
shit
little bit
out of you.
action.
I will beat the
Little-
shit out of you.
Little action.
Nah, Notre Dame, all the way, every time.
Notre Dame
Win or
versus
lose.
Kent State 215.
Which is a crazy game, by the way. I just want to point that out. That's a baffling game.
We'll go to Albany 2 next because it's right across.
Do you want to go to the Sweet 16 on each of them?
We can, yeah. So
I mean, that way we just get the Final Four in each region, just region by region, and we'll just whittle them down from there.
So my second round matchup has South Carolina taking on North Carolina, and I have South Carolina winning.
I am the only one that differed here. My matchup is South Carolina and Michigan State. I don't see South Carolina losing to either North Carolina or Michigan State, so they're moving on.
See, I love me some UNC here, so I'm going North Carolina.
Wow.
I love me some UNC.
The 8 seed beating the 1 seed in the round of 32.
Okay.
This next game, I've been looking at this game. So there's another game too in the round of 32 in the men's bracket that I'm going to dig into.
Yeah.
But this one was the one for the women's bracket, and it's number 5 Oklahoma versus number 4 Indiana. Sorry, I kind of took your
You're good. Go
thing,
ahead.
but it's hard to call because both these teams are really, really good.
And this is going to be a big win for whoever comes out on top. A lot of momentum.
And it really just depends on what conference you believe is stronger. Do you think the Big 12 is a stronger basketball conference, or do you think the Big 10 is? I think the Big 10 is. So, I'm going Indiana. I would not be surprised if Oklahoma wins, but I'm going Indiana.
Also picking the Hoosiers.
I like where the green grass grows. I'm kind of liking it. I'm going Oklahoma here.
Okay. I mean, yeah, it's close.
goes
5 and
in
4
the
is going to be close.
There's no wrong pick there.
Except for the team that loses.
Oh yeah, my Sweet 16 right there is probably going to be completely wrong, but yeah.
Our next second round matchup pits Nebraska versus Oregon State, the 3 versus the 6. I'm taking Oregon State.
I'm going Nebraska.
Going Nebraska, staying in the Big Ten.
I'm going the 6 seed over the 3 seed historically. I don't know. I just don't like Pac-12 teams, or now the Pac-2, in these types of tournaments. Like, I don't know. I always feel like they are the ones to either get upset or whatever it may be.
They're the ones that get exposed.
Even though I feel like that is more so the Big Ten and the men's bracket than anything. But this is the women's. This is different.
Yep.
So I got Nebraska upsetting number 3 Oregon State.
Let's remember last year when there was history of the Elite 8 getting a number above, I think it was a 16 seed, maybe, in the men's bracket.
No, the 16 didn't make it that
one.
far. Yeah, it was like a 13.
It was a super high one. Well, I'm going with this is I'm taking number 11, Texas A&M.
Oh, Eli, you are so screwed.
Wow.
All of my players are having lock-in performances tonight.
Oh yeah, I know.
On Monday.
The game's going to be over before Wednesday, bud.
Lock them all in. Do it.
Oh, I will.
Love it if somehow I get like a 60 and a 40 and everything else.
Eli, I'll let you take the next one. Because, you you're kind of partial to it.
I'm partial. Oh yeah, of course I'm partial. You know, you got you got Marquette and Notre Dame. I'm taking Notre Dame.
Austin?
I'm going Notre Dame as well.
Right choice.
Well, you can call me Brian Pillman Jr. because this time I'm actually pulling the trigger. I got Marquette going over here.
Oh,
wrong choice.
I got Marquette going over Notre Dame.
hey,
Wasn't
and I
likely,
respect the hell out
possibly.
of that choice. I respect the hell out of that choice.
So that takes us to our Sweet 16.
Yeah, so like everywhere else is where I have all my upsets. Like that was the one that I picked like pretty concisely. All the other ones are crazy.
Oh no. So we got South Carolina for my first Sweet 16. I have South Carolina taking on the Indiana Hoosiers, and I got the Hoosiers going over just like they did earlier in the season.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, yeah.
I thought you said we were.
Yeah, I meant like get down to the Sweet 16
Oh.
and then.
My bad.
No, we can go. We'll go down to we'll keep going.
Okay.
So I have the same matchup. Number 1 South Carolina versus number 4 Indiana. IU historically has either had their men's team or women's team make it far into the tournament. There's never both. It's always one or the other. I think the women's team obviously is going to go deeper. Give me the old Hoosiers from down there in Bloomington.
Wow.
Well, my pick, I have North Carolina, Oklahoma.
Completely different game.
I gotta go Jim Ross here, because I think Oklahoma will break North Carolina in half.
That is crazy.
I'm picking Oklahoma.
We all picked Carolina to get upset. That's crazy.
Well, Eli, go ahead and take the next one.
Yeah, because
See, I guess you guys will never believe it. I have Texas A&M beating Notre Dame.
What the fuck?
You have 11 seed Texas A&M not only beating Oregon State but Notre Dame as well.
I think Notre Dame will once again prove that no matter what, we make it to the Sweet 16 and we go, yeah, we made it. We don't have to do shit. And we'll go tumbling down.
See, I have number 6 Nebraska versus number 2 Notre Dame. My heart's telling me Nebraska. My mind is telling me Notre Dame.
Go with your heart.
I just keep staring at that number 2.
It don't matter, trust me. They've been number 1 and disappointed me before.
I got Notre Dame solely because they're one of, now 5 losses Ball State had on the year.
My matchup looks nothing like that. I've got Oregon State taking on Marquette, and I have Oregon State beating Marquette.
So you've got Oregon State, Indiana in your Sweet 16. I've got Indiana, Notre Dame. Eli has Texas A&M and UNC. Oklahoma.
Which is a crazy.
They broke them in half.
Yeah, that is a crazy matchup.
That is crazy.
Okay, so on my work one, I have Akron going against Iowa State, and Akron winning.
Also, Eli, you do realize that South Carolina is undefeated, right?
So were the Patriots when they played the Giants.
It's actually a great analogy. I can't. There's nothing I can correct about that. That was actually a very solid analogy.
Eli, where the hell even is Akron at on this bracket?
In the men's.
They shouldn't be there.
We didn't do it.
Yeah, they're in the
men's. Oh, we're doing the
because they won the men's. They didn't win the women's, obviously.
Okay. So we're gonna go to Albany 2.
What the hell's Albany 2?
As we have Iowa taking on UTM in
yes.
a
Okay.
1 versus
That's
16 matchup, and don't bet against Caitlin Clark. The former Indiana Fever player is gonna go off.
Former?
The future.
I think you mean future.
Yeah,
I also got Iowa here. I've got no regrets picking Iowa. Imagine the upset though.
Yep, for number 1.
That would be crazy though.
Acknowledge your tribal chief. Throw it up.
I will not. Our next matchup pits 8 West Virginia versus 9 Princeton. Princeton's coming out of the Ivy League, right?
Is that even a thing anymore?
Yeah.
Like, is the Ivy League? Oh, I thought the Ivy League was like folding, like actively.
I didn't know. I don't know.
I'm
Anyway,
pretty sure
I
it
got
is.
West Virginia. Country roads take me home.
I also have West Virginia. I really like this West Virginia team, and I'm going to upset a lot of people.
Like
Next
I
round.
said,
Oh no.
I think Iowa gets to the Sweet 16.
We're not
Bush me.
we're not talking about Iowa.
Oh,
We're talking about
Where we
West
at?
Virginia versus Princeton.
oh. Well, I already got my
We're-
other pick.
We're
Um,
the next one down.
I might accidentally hit off for a second. West Virginia.
Fair enough.
So I'm using an app I've never used before trying to do this, and I keep hitting buttons, and it keeps zooming me this way and then that
Well,
way.
how about you quit hitting buttons, all right?
Yeah.
Will I ever? No.
Just because there's a button don't mean you have to press it.
The 5th seeded Colorado takes on the 12th seeded Drake, and honestly, a pretty intriguing matchup. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, there's a high potential for an upset here, but I got Colorado.
I also have Colorado.
I don't like Colorado. Colorado.
Yeah, you got a 30-second timer now on you, bud.
Well,
And the-
Cliff and I are getting our picks out quick, consistently, and you're laissez-faire over there. You're all lackadaisical. You could give 2 shits.
Our next one is pretty open and shut, as we have Kansas State taking on
least
Portland,
they
a
give a
4
shit.
versus a 13. Give me Kansas State all day.
I think we all agree here, unless Eli's taking Portland, it's Kansas State.
Nope. We're going Kansas.
The next one has
Kansas
a
what?
chance to be interesting.
Is Kansas in this bracket? Is Kansas in the women's bracket?
Going to
Yeah.
Kansas
Yeah,
State.
they are.
Oh, so Eli already picked
No.
Kansas and Kansas State.
Oh, okay.
It's okay, Eli. I also picked Kansas.
I'll take Kansas. They're playing Michigan later, so yeah, no, just a little.
We'll get to that when we get there.
Anyway, like I was saying, this next one has an opportunity, depending if Middle Tennessee comes out on fire, but I don't think they will. So I got
that's
Louisville.
what MTSU means.
I think they will. I got
think
Middle
they
Tennessee
will?
beating Louisville. I don't know something about it. Something about that matchup just smells like an upset. Number 6, Louisville is in the prime spot to get upset. They aren't in the top 4. They aren't like they're prime for an upset.
It's the middle of the road teams that always get it the worst.
Uh-huh.
Give me Louisville.
Wow, I thought I might have sold you on that.
No.
Almost.
With our next matchup, it's another pretty open shut. We got LSU versus Rice. With everybody saying LSU.
LSU. Yeah. Oh, I should have worn my LSU hat.
Oh, could have.
I don't know where it's at, but
Shoulda, woulda, coulda.
We got Creighton taking on UNLV in a 7 versus 10 seeded matchup. I got Creighton. I like this Creighton team.
Eli, who you got?
I got Creighton.
So I made a pact a long time ago
Oh,
that I would
no.
support any Las Vegas team. So now that means the University of Nevada, Las Vegas, they're beating the Creighton Blue Jays.
Wow, that's a crazy upset pick.
I not really. 10th seed beating the 7th seed?
I don't know. We have the matchup of 2 California teams, though, at the 2 and the 15, as UCLA takes on California Baptist. UCLA all day.
Yeah, go ahead and give me the Bruins.
UCLA.
All right. With our second seed matchups, we have Iowa and West Virginia for me in my second round. I got Iowa.
Eli, go ahead. Go ahead. You said
I already
Iowa's
said
making
Iowa.
West Virginia.
Iowa's making this a Sweet 16. I got West Virginia.
Yeah.
You want to know why? West Virginia already put out a video saying that they can beat Caitlin Clark and the Iowa Hawkeyes. Bracket hasn't even started yet. They have to beat Princeton in order to even play Iowa. That man is confident. And god damn it, he's making it to the Sweet 16, beating Caitlin Clark in Iowa. You want to know why?
I'll have to see
Because it
that
doesn't
video.
matter if Caitlin Clark wins. She's still going first overall.
I'll have to see that video now.
To Indiana.
Next matchup after that, you got number 5. Well, for me, I got number 5 Colorado versus number 4 Kansas State. I believe we all had this, actually. I don't think anyone picked Drake or Portland. I have Kansas State. I really think it's a flip of a coin here. I think either one of them can win. I just like Kansas State more.
I like Colorado more.
Fuck Colorado.
Yeah, that's a valid pick. Hell yeah.
Fuck Sanders and fuck Colorado. Take your fucking clobber in time and shove it up your ass. Get some real glass.
Or
Yeah, go cry me a river.
yeah, go cry me a river, Eli. You're the one getting butthurt about it. We got, at least for me, in my second round, I have 6-seeded Louisville taking on 3-seeded LSU, and I like LSU. I like LSU.
I like Louisville.
Can you please say it right?
I like Middle Tennessee State University. That's who I like. And that's who I think is going to win between Middle Tennessee State University and Louisiana State University. I got the number 11 upset in the 3 seed, making it to the Sweet 16.
Wow.
Who do you got next round,
nutty.
Austin?
Gee, I wonder who. Give me University of Nevada, Las Vegas, god damn it. Give me the 11 seed versus the 10 seed in the Sweet 16. We're going crazy here. We're going wild. We're going wild in Regional 2.
This
is where the championship picks are made. And you are going to shit your pants when this comes true. And when it comes true, I don't want to ever hear anyone questioning me about my women's basketball knowledge ever again.
So does that mean
All
if it does go wrong, I'm allowed to question you?
by picking Notre Dame earlier.
Yeah, sure. Go crazy. Ask me all the questions you want.
In my second round matchup, I have Creighton and UCLA. Eli, do you have Creighton and UCLA too? Who do you got, Eli? With everybody saying exactly, Creighton is the right choice. Creighton over UCLA.
Our Sweet 16s look drastically different.
Our Sweet 16s are a little nutty.
I think, since I already said it earlier, I have Iowa making it to the Sweet 16. But I don't have them winning the Sweet 16. I got Kansas State and Iowa, and I'm going Kansas State.
I got Iowa, Colorado, and I'm taking Iowa. I think Caitlin Clark is ready to lead this team to the Final Four at least.
I don't think so. Obviously, since they lost in round of 32.
In your bracket.
I think West Virginia is riding quite the high. Country Roads, they aren't taking them home. They're taking them straight to the final.
To the afterlife.
Whatever, the Final Four-ish of this what the fuck it?
The Elite Eight.
Is that the Elite Eight?
Yes.
Why does it say Elite Eight? It just says Sweet 16 and final rounds.
Sweet 16, Elite Eight, and then the finals.
I don't know what you're using, but mine says it.
Oh, I'm on ESPN.
I'm on ESPN too, but mine says Elite Eight.
Yeah, no, mine says round of 64, 32, Sweet 16, final rounds. Regardless, Elite Eight is where the Country Roads are headed. West Virginia. I'll let you two go first before I even discuss this matchup.
I've got LSU, Creighton, and I think it's LSU. The dream dies here for Creighton.
Creighton. I have Louisville, Creighton. I'm taking Creighton.
You're picking the Creighton.
I have 6 and 7. I'm taking Creighton.
Oh yeah, I forgot your bracket's drastically different. All right,
I'm holding out hope for the fairy tale.
You want to talk about fairy tales? Either one of these teams making it to the Elite Eight would be a goddamn fairy tale. I got number 11, Middle Tennessee State University, taking on number 10, University of Nevada, Las Vegas.
And who are you taking?
You know, I made a pact a long time ago that I'd support any Las Vegas team. Give me number 10, University of Nevada, Las Vegas against number 8, West Virginia in the Elite Eight.
Austin, who do you think's winning it all?
It has limits, all right.
We have to draw the line somewhere, apparently.
Yeah,
No. You made a pact. to support any
I
Las
support
Vegas
them.
team.
Hey, I support them all the way to the Elite Eight. All right.
So my Elite Eight matchup is Iowa LSU. Austin's is West Virginia UNLV. Eli, what's yours?
Kansas State and Creighton.
Oh God! All right, we're gonna move down into.
I actually like that Elite Eight matchup. That's a solid Elite Eight matchup.
All right, which one's easier for you? Portland 3 or Portland 4?
I don't care.
All right, we'll do
Why
Portland
do you keep
3.
saying Portland? Mine just says regional.
Because those are the names of the regions.
Yeah.
On ESPN, it just says regional 1, 2, 3, 4.
So we'll do Portland 3
as
the 1 seed USC takes on Texas A&M Corpus Christi. There's too many letters in that. Just give me USC.
There's 2 Texas A&M teams in this bracket.
A&M and A&M Corpus Christi.
Is that like the first time that's ever happened?
Probably not. I feel like it's happened before.
Are you sure? A satellite school and the main campus making the same bracket?
I'd be hearing about it if it was like the first time it's happened, though.
I don't know. That just doesn't feel normal to me.
No, I'm not saying it is.
Either way, I think we're all picking USC here. I don't think the slipper fits on Texas A&M Corpus Christi.
Can I take my 30 seconds real quick for this next one?
How about it?
Fuck Michigan. Fuck you, Michigan State. Fuck both of them. Fuck everything about you 2 schools. Fuck the whole state, essentially. Minus some things I like. I like M&M. Detroit, I like you. Everything else, fuck you. Taking Kansas over Michigan here.
You like Flint?
No, I don't like lead in my water.
Someone made a Flint, Michigan joke in one of my classes, and I was so confused considering it's 2024 and that shit happened like years ago.
Oh, it's still happening.
And
I know.
That's still not better.
I know, but like, it's not in the news anymore because it's been cycled out. I got Kansas.
Give me Michigan. I got Michigan over Kansas.
Oh, I know you're just picking that for Adam.
Right there.
Maybe, maybe not. Maybe I believe in the Wolverines.
Okay.
Okay, Charles.
However, for this next matchup, honestly, I think it's who wins of the first 4. I personally have Baylor beating Vandy, but if Columbus comes out of it, it could be close.
I also have Baylor. I just think they're a solid team all around. I think it doesn't matter who it is. I'm not saying they'll blow them out by any means, but I think they'll win.
All right. And the next one,
I got 3 words for the next one, though.
I think that this could be the upset of this region, but I just don't believe in Marshall this year. Give me Virginia Tech.
Because I also had the same exact thought. I looked at Marshall. I said, "Oh my God, they are in a perfect position to upset VT." But I also like Virginia Tech too much. So I don't know why I like them. I always have. It's always like they've never been great. They've never been terrible. It's kind of okay. Like they've always had like really good teams. They've just never been able to do anything with them. Football, basketball,
definitely above average on their bad
years. They're above average, but they aren't championship caliber.
True.
But I got Virginia Tech.
Or Marshall. I'm taking Marshall.
Hey, I respect the hell out of that pick.
That's a very possible upset.
What the hell is happening?
Syracuse taking on the winner of Auburn versus Arizona.
I will take over here. I got the 11th seed. I don't care who it is. They're beating Syracuse.
I thought about that.
I don't like Syracuse.
Austin's taking it. I'm also taking it.
I do not like Syracuse here. This is another one of those prime spots for an upset, especially if it's Arizona. I think they will win. Auburn, it'll be closer. I think if Arizona wins, they're beating Syracuse.
Well, I'm taking the orange.
Yeah, whatever.
I'm going with Syracuse.
Yeah, whatever. Kind of a bitch move, but go crazy.
In our next one, a perennial blue blood in UConn with the 3 seed taking on Jackson State at 14. It's got to be UConn.
Yeah.
Historically, they're just too good.
Yeah, I got UConn as well. Like I said earlier, they got down to 12th in the rankings this year, and that was the lowest they'd been since the 90s. So, like you said, blue blood. I don't think they'll have any issue moving on.
This next one hurts.
What, Duke and Richmond?
I used to be a Butler fan. Fun fact.
What does that have to do with Duke?
Oh, because
I
Duke
picked
beat Butler.
Oh, in the Final Four, yeah. I'm also
I picked
taking Duke over Richmond.
I got Duke as well. I think Richmond will put up a good game, but I don't think they'll win.
I have the Duke Blue Devils beating the Richmond Spiders.
This next one hurts too, just because I don't like Ohio.
Ohio State versus Maine in the 2-15 matchup. Ohio State.
I got someone that would kill me if I didn't pick Ohio State, so we're going to Ohio State.
I picked Ohio State. I had to.
It'd be nice if Maine won, though, wouldn't it?
You don't sound too happy about it, Eli.
Come on, Eli. Pick Maine. I can't pick Maine. Pick Maine for me. I can't pick Maine. Pick Maine for me.
Maine.
There you go.
Hell yeah.
Sabotaging another bracket.
Nah, watch Maine actually win. That'd be crazy. Upset of the tourney. Just to lose to Duke next round.
In our second round, my first matchup is USC-Michigan. I got USC going over Michigan.
Yeah, so then Eli's and mine is USC and Kansas. Honestly, I could see Kansas upsetting USC, but I don't think it'll actually happen. So I got USC.
I got Kansas. I think it will happen.
Wow.
I respect that. That's a solid pick. That's a pick of a champion.
Our next matchup, mine is Baylor. Baylor taking on Virginia Tech. I got the Bears. I got Baylor.
Golden Bears.
Yep. I can't say Golden Bears. It makes me think of Shelby County.
Shelbyville.
Yeah.
You can say Shelbyville. It's okay. We don't live there.
Fuck Shelbyville.
Heaven forbid we geolocate ourselves.
I don't live there anymore. Do I need to drop Eli's phone number
drop my
again?
phone number and everything else.
That's crazy. Give me Virginia Tech.
Eli's going to be
I wore a soccer shirt from the Optimist Club I have coached for on the podcast before.
Austin, did you take the upset? Is that what I heard you say?
That wouldn't be an upset. Virginia Tech's a 4 seed.
Oh.
If anything, you're taking the upset.
Virginia Tech's
taking
a smart
Baylor.
pick. All right.
It's Baylor over Marshall. I'm taking Baylor. I think Marshall gets lucky the first round and doesn't get lucky the second.
Since I'm the only one who's different here, I have Syracuse and UConn, and I'm really regretting that Syracuse pick now that I'm actually thinking about it.
Nope,
But
can't go
thank
back.
God I have
moving
UConn
forward.
beating Syracuse.
Yeah, bro's got buyer's remorse right now.
Yep.
I got UConn as well.
I took UConn.
And Eli, you go first. You're the one that's different. You go first here.
Yeah, you're the only one that's different here.
Duke or Maine? I'm taking Duke.
I've got Duke,
Wait.
Ohio State. Austin has Duke, Ohio State. I'm taking the Blue Devils.
I can't.
You can't?
OH.
F you.
Sure. give me OSU.
OH. FU.
It's the right pick. Doesn't mean we have to like it, but it's the right pick.
That's why I
Once
don't have Ohio
again,
State
Big
anymore.
Ten women's basketball making its presence felt.
So, Eli, go ahead and take it real quick. What you got next?
Oh, where? What? Oh, round of 8? What?
In the Sweet
Are
16.
we in the next region?
No, we're in the Sweet 16.
No, we're in the Elite Eight.
Yeah.
Because
We've
still
not
have
predicted
USC
any of the
Baylor.
Elite 8.
that is the Elite.
That's the Sweet 16. The Elite Eight is the
My
last
Elite
game
Eight
of the
is
region.
Kansas and UConn, and we've not predicted any of the Elite Eight. We still have one more region.
Okay, well, Eli just gave us his.
Yeah.
His is Kansas, UConn. I've got Virginia Tech versus Ohio State.
I have Baylor UConn in my Elite Eight.
All three
That's-
different
yeah.
Elite Eights.
And that takes us to our
That's an
last
interesting
region.
one.
It's the fourth region, Portland number 4. Oh God, how do you say that? Number 1 Texas
Drexel?
takes on 16 Drexel.
I looked at this and I almost picked Drexel. I'm not gonna
Really?
lie.
Drexel is the upset.
I almost picked Drexel as the upset, and then my better mind started talking to me, and I was like, "Listen, idiot, pick Texas." So I picked Texas.
I got the Hook'ems.
I will not hook 'em horns. I will not do that.
Texas.
Hey, they
Horns
can
down.
they can do that in the SEC next year.
Oh, I'm gonna be doing that
All year.
all the time in the SEC. Don't you worry. Horns down.
We have a rather southern flavored matchup as Alabama takes on Florida State at an 8-9 matchup. I got Florida State beating Alabama. It's close.
I also have Florida State beating Alabama because fuck Alabama.
I know, but Alabama has
Alabama.
been in the trapezoid of success all year. It's
Except
hard
for
for me to
football.
pick, but I gotta pick against Alabama here. We in our 5 versus 12, Utah versus South Dakota State. Give me the
Eli, you picked Florida State, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Fuck
I just heard you say
Alabama.
fuck
What the hell would
Alabama.
I pick
and-
Alabama?
Listen! You didn't give us a for sure answer. I just guessed. I used context clues.
Fuck Alabama.
I got the Utes.
The hell would I ever pick Alabama?
I also have the Utes. Even though I
Utah.
do like South Dakota State, they have a pretty good wrestling program. The Jackrabbits.
A 4-13 matchup lies next as Gonzaga takes on UC Irvine. I got Zaga.
Is that
Yeah,
how
I
it's
got Gonzaga.
pronounced? Which one is it?
Gonzaga, whatever.
I got
It's
Gonzaga.
like Louisville.
Louisville?
Louisville.
For the love of God, say it right, both of you.
That was 3 different pronunciations there.
Only one
Eli,
of
how
them
do you
was
say the
right.
capital of Louisiana?
What's capital Louisiana?
I don't know. How do you say it?
What the fuck's capital of?
It's where the
Moines?
Saints play.
No, it's where the Saints play.
Oh, New
It's
Orleans?
Did you
easy
just
answer.
say? Did you just say Des Moines
He
is
did.
the capital
Yeah.
of Louisiana?
Des
Isn't
Moines,
it?
Iowa.
There we go.
It's Iowa.
Iowa.
Where do the Saints play?
New Orleans?
Wrong.
New Orleans.
Nolans.
It's one word.
I'm sorry.
Nawlins.
New Orleans.
Nolans.
That's using my speech impediment a little bit there. New Orleans.
We have Tennessee taking on a team that hails from Green Bay, Wisconsin.
He's been waiting all bracket to say that.
Damn straight
He
I
saw-
have.
He saw that shit earlier and he said, "Hell yeah!"
I
That's why
got
I wanted to
Tennessee
do the
here.
women's.
Also, something you guys need to keep in mind: all the shit that's been happening at LSU with their women's team. You can't go back and change it now, but their team has been in turmoil the entire year. Just
That's why I didn't have them
throwing
go
that out
for
there.
far.
That's why I had Middle Tennessee State beating them.
Fur? I didn't have them go fur.
I got Tennessee. I got the Lady Vols.
Eli, you're not
I
taking
got
the team that
Tennessee.
you're not taking the team that hails from Green Bay, Wisconsin.
That
As much as I love
hails
doing
from
that.
Green Bay, Wisconsin.
Ready. In a 3-14 matchup, North Carolina State takes on Chattanooga. North Carolina State.
I also got NC State, the Wolfpack, but Chattanooga, I feel like they always bring pretty decent teams to the tourneys.
Don't turn your back on the Wolfpack. We got the 7 Iowa State taking on the 10 of Maryland. I got Iowa State here. It's close though. It's a lot closer than it should be. for a 7-10 matchup.
You say Iowa State?
Yeah.
I got Maryland.
Yeah.
I
got the 10 beating the 7.
Yeah, I was gonna say this one has no reason being as close as it is, but it is. In our last matchup, Stanford takes on Norfolk State. I got Stanford.
Yeah, I think it's pretty
Stanford.
clean cut and dry here. It's Stanford.
Yeah.
That's the only right answer.
Eli?
I think we all have the same round of 32 for this one.
Yeah,
I think so.
Because Texas, Florida State, Utah, Gonzaga, Tennessee, NC State, Maryland, Stanford.
I have Iowa
Besides
State.
you picked Iowa State.
Yeah.
That's the only difference.
So let's just run down it real quick. Texas, Florida State in the round of 32. I got Texas beating Florida State.
I got Florida State beating Texas.
We did not stay similar for long.
I got Florida State.
I had the feeling that Drexel was going to upset Texas in the first round. If I had that feeling, there's no way they're beating Florida State. I got the Seminoles moving on to the
They killed the
Sweet
elephant.
16.
They're
Yes.
killing the Longhorn.
So you're putting them down.
Oh, they put them down.
The tide does not roll anymore, and the horns are down.
That's the
All
best
right.
world to live in.
Only if.
In a 4-5 matchup, we got the Utes of Utah taking on Gonzaga. I have Utah here.
Gonzaga.
I got Gonzaga. I don't think there is a wrong pick here. That's what I'm feeling.
But Cliff picked wrong.
So you're also taking Gonzaga?
Yep.
Okay.
This is the one pick I just picked somebody that has a funny name.
The last one we all match on, Tennessee State and North Carolina State. Give me
Like
North
Hackman.
Carolina State.
Give me the Lady Vols that hail from Tennessee.
You got
I
Rocky
took
Top.
Tennessee.
Oh man!
Oh, man.
Don't get me started on Rocky Top, bro.
Oh man.
Austin, who did you pick next?
As much as I cannot stand Tennessee, Rocky Top is such a great song. It's so good.
You know, the rest of my district's actually around Nashville, Tennessee. Like all the stores that
really?
are down there, so they all have stories about going to Vols games and shit. It's crazy.
Yeah, so next match after that, you got number 10 Maryland versus number 2 Stanford. I've already got my one lower seed making their deep run in Florida State. I think Stanford stays on top
You
here.
picked Stanford too? Alright.
Yeah.
I
We got the
have-
same pick.
Iowa State taking on Stanford, but I have Stanford winning.
Well, we all picked Stanford, so.
Yep.
I think this is the first time this whole bracket that we have the same Sweet 16.
I'm not sure.
So,
For
Texas,
sure wasn't in
Utah.
regional 2.
I have
Say
Texas
that.
beating Utah here in the Sweet 16.
Oh, we definitely don't have the same Sweet 16 because we both picked the Seminoles.
Yeah,
I
you
do.
both picked Florida State.
Yeah, you and I picked the Seminoles. He did not.
Who did you pick here?
I picked Texas.
Yeah, he picked Texas. That's not an option for us. See, so this depends on what I would go for in the Tennessee-Stanford match. Game, whatever. Because one low seed is going to win here, and the high seed is going to win the other game. So do I have more faith in Gonzaga or Stanford? Give me Gonzaga beating Florida State.
I had Gonzaga.
Okay.
So then our Sweet 16 is Stanford. Did you pick NC State or Tennessee?
I picked NC State, so I have NC Stanford as well.
So you have NC Stanford. Eli, do you have
I have Tennessee.
NC State?
Stanford.
Okay. Well, Eli,
We went two different directions here. You already
yeah,
know.
I gotta tell you, once two strangers climbed up Old Rocky Top looking for moonshine stills.
Shut
They
the
ain't never
hell
come
up.
down.
Don't quote Conway Twitty to
I don't
me.
think they ever will.
And I reckon they never will. Stanford's gonna get lost amongst the trees. Up there in the Rocky Mountains, give me the Lady Vols. The hell.
I think the
Wow.
Volunteers
Rocky
are going to
Top.
get lost amongst those trees because I think Stanford's coming out on top here.
I reckon they never will.
I also have Stanford, but they're beating NC State.
Well, we're here.
All right. So we
Elite
have
Eight?
our Elite Eight. My Elite Eight is as follows. I have Indiana, Oregon State, Texas, Stanford, Baylor, UConn, and Iowa and LSU. So I'll start in the Albany
You want to
region.
hear my?
Yeah,
you
who
wanna
do
hear
you have
mine?
coming out of the Albany region, Eli?
Which one's that? Region 1?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Region 1 and 2.
That's
I
South
have
Carolina,
Oklahoma
Indiana.
and Texas A&M.
Yeah.
And I got Kansas State and Creighton in Region 2.
It's crazy how different our Elite Eights are.
Yeah. Yeah. We don't know
Do you want
ball.
me to give my 3 and 4?
Yeah.
Kansas and UConn, and Gonzaga and Stanford.
Also, very different.
Crazy.
Because my Elite Eight, Regional 1, the top 2 teams I've got number 4, Indiana, and number 2, Notre Dame. Regional 2, this is where it gets a little crazy. Number 8, West Virginia, taking on number 10, University of Nevada, Las Vegas. Regional 3, I've got the Hokies, Virginia Tech, versus the Buckeyes of Ohio State University. And the Regional 4, got Zaga versus the Lady Vols.
So I have Indiana taking on Oregon State, and I have Indiana beating Oregon State and making the
Have Oklahoma beating Texas A&M. So I
I
love
have
a fairy
IU.
tale. Number 11's not moving on.
I have IU beating Notre Dame to make the Final Four.
Wow.
They already choked before that.
two-
Notre Dame's already gone.
2 Indiana schools battling out in the Elite Eight.
Indiana's the home
It's
of
a-
basketball.
It is Indiana's game.
As a Notre Dame fan, I wish. But I know my team. My team
Hey,
won't
well, your
choke.
wish will soon become a reality because I just spoke it into existence.
In the other Albany district, I have Iowa LSU, and I have Iowa making it out.
It's just so crazy how different.
How different we all
Uh,
are.
Kansas State and Creighton. I got Creighton winning.
Just wait till I read mine out again. Number 8, West Virginia, who, keep in mind, beat number 4, Kansas State, and number 1, Iowa. Facing number 10, University of Nevada, Las Vegas, who beat number 11, Middle Tennessee State, in the Sweet 16.
The Pact, Austin.
And-
The Pact.
Nah.
You
Hey,
got
I'm
no,
already
no, no,
this-
no, 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 no. You ride and die.
He's thinking about it. He's thinking about changing it.
You made this pact to support them. You supported the Raiders last season. You're gonna support them again this season.
I've
You
supported the
support-
Raiders for a while, okay?
The
Even before they
NHL
moved,
team.
because
I
they
think
had
it's the
Derek Carr.
Knights.
The black hole.
So, yeah. You mean,
Oh, not the spawn point.
The
the Vegas
spawn
Golden
bag.
Knights?
Right out of the spawn bag.
Oh, hey, can we also talk about how in his first at bat with the Blue Jays, old Joey Votto hit a fucking home run?
Yeah, I
First
don't like
pitch you saw.
37 on him.
First pitch you saw went yard.
First pitch swinging, first pitch crushing.
I don't like 37. Don't
Here's
look
my
like-
defense to the Las Vegas thing.
Nope.
For the longest time, I wanted to move to West Virginia. I wanted to live
Nope.
in Appalachia.
Nope.
Give me number 8, West Virginia.
Nope. Cliff,
I
you
told
heard it.
you,
New
I
Ve-
said-
Las Vegas.
New Vegas? Well,
New Vegas.
I supported University of New Vegas, Nevada, all the way up until the Sweet 16. So we're
The University of New Vegas, Nevada. UNNVN.
hell of a prestigious university.
In my next Elite Eight matchup, I have Baylor taking on UConn, and I have UConn beating Baylor.
Well, mine is Kansas and UConn, and I got Kansas beating UConn.
Wow.
Mine is number 4 Virginia Tech versus number 2 Ohio State.
How did we fuck this up so bad?
What's crazy is this is like my most feasible one.
I know.
Which one's mine?
OH.
Really? Take
Fuck
Ohio
you.
State.
I got Ohio State beating VT, Virginia Tech.
Out of the last region, I have Texas, Stanford, and I think the Horns are going to keep up. I got Texas beating Stanford.
At Gonzaga and Stanford, I think the dog got lost in the woods. I got Stanford.
I got Gonzaga versus Tennessee. I don't know. There's something about this Tennessee team that I like. I like a lot. Enough to put them in the Final Four.
Wow. So
My Final Four is crazy.
yeah, I have Indiana
This is
taking
absurd.
on Texas and Iowa taking on UConn, and I have Indiana beating Texas and making it to the national championship.
Wow!
And
That
then
makes me feel less bad.
on the
if
other
I pick
side, I
Indiana.
have UConn slaying Iowa. So we get Indiana, UConn in the championship game.
Eli?
We're in Final Four, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
I give up both
In
of them.
Cleveland, Ohio.
Yeah, do both of them.
Yeah.
I have Oklahoma and Stanford. I got Creighton and Kansas.
Creighton's
I
crazy.
think Oklahoma, the Sooners, get through those woods perfectly fine. I got Oklahoma beating Stanford. And then we got Creighton, which seems to be a bird, and Kansas, which is a bird.
Creighton,
I think
Creighton is
Creighton-
the Blue Jays.
And Kansas
The
Jayhawks.
Blue
Kansas
Jays-
is the Jayhawks. The Blue Jays
The
versus
Blue
the
Jays
Jayhawks.
keep flying fine, and the Jayhawks flew way too close to the sun. I got Creighton, Oklahoma
Creighton in the national
championship
is
game.
crazy.
Chief, I want you to realize there's only a 1 seed difference between West Virginia and Creighton. And you guys called me insane for putting West Virginia
I'm
in the
calling
Final
Eli
Four.
insane.
I don't like West Virginia.
So, well, go fuck yourself. My Final Four is number 4 Indiana taking on number 6 Tennessee, and then number 8 West Virginia versus number 2 Ohio State. Oh man, I like these Lady Vols. I like them a lot. Very historic team, very historic program. Does it get any more historic than Indiana though? I mean, we just said it is Indiana.
Yeah, but we ain't been the basketball state in a while.
Well, we haven't been the men's basketball state in a while. Let's correct that.
We ain't been shit in basketball nowhere.
I am letting my heart and what I truly want to happen take over here. All right. I got number 4 Indiana beating number 6 Tennessee.
Okay.
And I got number 8 West Virginia losing. No. West Virginia's beating Ohio State.
Okay. So Austin, you're already at your championship game. Who's winning?
Oh,
West
I hate this
Virginia.
because I don't think either of these teams are actually going to win.
That's the fun of bracketology.
Give me West Virginia.
West Virginia
Number
national
8,
title.
the 8th seed, West Virginia. How many total points will be scored in the championship game? 128.
Okay. Eli, what's your national championship and who you got?
I got Oklahoma, and I got Creighton, and I think the Blue Jays just picked the shit out of the Sooners. I got Creighton winning the tournament.
God damn.
That's crazy.
And how many points do you think will be scored?
In total, it's Creighton and
Remind us, like,
Oklahoma. Can we really get a
it's head
high
to
amount
head.
of points on that?
The fact I picked West Virginia as the national champions is
Just not setting
not
in.
good. That's not good. That's
We're gonna
bad
hit a
pick.
nice 130.
All right.
I'm
And
about to say I said 128. So
in my
got a
national
nice
championship
130.
game, I have the Indiana Hoosiers taking on the Yukon Huskies, and them Hoosiers are going to beat the Huskies. The women are going to get their first national title, and the final score will be 68-62. Because mine asked for the final score. So
yeah, mine just said total points.
So that's
So-
a crazy
Yes,
bracket
did.
right there.
And we haven't even
Oh.
touched the men's yet.
My
All right.
men's is way worse.
All right.
Oh no.
We're going to chew through it. Ready?
Yep.
All right, rapid fire. UConn Stinson. I got UConn.
You got UConn.
I also got UConn.
FAU Northwestern. I have
Hey.
FAU beating Northwestern.
I got Northwestern.
We don't have to chew through this. We're chilling. There's no reason to get in a rush all of a sudden.
I was just following Cliff.
I have FAU. I have Florida Atlantic University.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, it's because there's one that I really want to get to. It's not in this one, though.
Well, we can start there if you want to.
Oh, no, we're already here.
No, let's go wherever you want to go. You're the champ, right?
Well, yeah, but we had to do it in order.
No, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We'll finish these picks and we'll just go elsewhere. It doesn't matter.
Right.
We'll finish the first round here and we'll go wherever you want to go.
San Diego State taking on the University of Alabama Birmingham Dragons. I got San Diego State.
Low key, that's a very good spot for an upset.
I agree.
I feel like UAB typically gets an upset, but my upsets in this region are not going to be there. I got San Diego State.
Following my work pick, and I'm picking UAB.
In the next one, we got Auburn taking on Yale. I got Auburn.
Auburn.
I also got Auburn.
Oh my goodness. Brigham Young University takes on Duquesne?
What'd you just say?
There is an N in there.
Dunquest.
No.
Duquescence.
Duquesne?
The N, no.
Just say it for me. I can't fucking say it.
No, I'm not going to say it for you. Because I'm afraid if I might butcher it.
Duquesne.
Because you don't... Here, hold on.
Isn't it Duquesne?
Duquesne.
It's in Pittsburgh.
Duquesne.
I'm pretty sure it's like Duquesne. Duquesne University. Because that S is silent, I know that.
Duquesne.
Okay, hold on. I got this. Hold on.
Regardless, I don't have them winning. I have BYU.
I got BYU. I was just confused by Cliff's Brigham Young University.
Yeah, he gave them their full government name. Cliff, you gonna give us your pick or what?
Duquesne.
Duquesne. I knew the S was silent.
That's Bobby's job.
It's Duquesne. It's a private school in Pittsburgh.
That was a good joke, Eli.
What did you say?
That was a fantastic joke.
What did you say?
You should have heard it. I guess you're going to have to listen to it and find out.
No, I actually have to listen to the podcast. Damn.
Yeah, hang on. Cliff, where did Russell Wilson play before he got picked up, traded?
Pittsburgh.
No. Where did he play before? I'm giving you a
wrong.
chance to redeem yourself here.
He played for the Broncos.
Where?
Anyway, in the next matchup, we have
where?
Illinois taking on Morehead State.
Where?
I have number 3 Illinois. They impressed me in the Big Ten tournament.
Yeah, it's about time you fucking pick Illinois. You guys picked Purdue and you fucking lost.
Pick the Detroit
I picked
Pistons.
Illinois.
Yeah! That was about the same scale as you guys picking Purdue.
You
I
mean the
picked
Purdue team
Illinois.
that won the Big Ten tournament last year?
Yeah, I got the Fighting Illinois with Illinois. The Big Orange.
So that leaves us to Washington State versus Drake. I have Drake with the upset.
I also have Drake with the upset.
Ooh.
Washington State.
Oh, you're not cool like that.
I don't know when Drake got to college, but
That joke was not as good.
I'm functioning a very low sleep here. Leave me alone.
Hey, you're talking to me. You're speaking my language. You're preaching to the choir here.
Iowa State, South Dakota State, Iowa State.
2 seed versus a 15 seed.
I love me a fairy tale. I'm going Iowa State.
Iowa State.
Is that a fairy tale? Them beating number 15 seed South Dakota State?
It's Iowa State.
Yeah, so I got South Dakota State.
That's your upset?
I got the Jackrabbits. Those are my 2 upsets in this bracket.
See,
and
this
here's
part
the
of
thing.
it sounds normal.
If you pair them together, no, it doesn't matter because whoever's coming out of down here is losing to Illinois. Even if it is Iowa State, they're losing to Illinois.
I mean, they have all
So
years.
it doesn't matter who's getting there.
The rest
They're
of
gonna
my
lose.
bracket.
Oh God, Eli,
Where
we
do
may
you
need
want
to
to
do
go,
another
Khalif?
episode for you to explain all your picks.
What was the one matchup you were chomping at the bit to cover?
It was the South region. I just wanted to talk about the South region for a bit because I believe that is
Well, because there's also that's where the match I want to talk
yeah,
about is.
because the South region to me is the region to watch this year.
Who'd you pick? Houston or Longwood?
I have Houston. I have Houston.
I also
got
have
Houston.
Houston
Yeah.
because it has to set up the game that I want to talk about.
Nebraska and Texas A&M.
I have Nebraska.
I also
I
I think the Big Ten is going to be strong this year.
Wisconsin versus James Madison University.
I want to talk about this James Madison team. That's what I want to talk about. This James Madison team is exciting to watch. They are playing off the energy
That's why
that
I
their
picked 'em.
football team gave to the campus back when they went bowling. And not only that, they have transcended it to basketball. It is something to watch. It really is.
That's why I picked them.
But I'm picking Wisconsin.
No.
See,
See, you already
and
done messed up.
See, and I echo literally the same exact sentiment as you, and that's why I'm picking Wisconsin.
Yeah.
They are an exciting team. They're a fun team to watch. They aren't beating Wisconsin, though.
Yeah.
It's just a sad truth. And watch, they will beat Wisconsin now.
Eli will get it right now. This region, it's chock full of really good second round matchups past. Like, there's so many possible champions in this singular region. It's crazy. Because, like...
Yeah, like the South region is, like, ungodly heavy, and then the rest of them are...
Yeah, like 1 or 2 horse races.
What I want to know is how the fuck did Purdue get the 1 seed in the Midwest, but Illinois got the 3 seed in the East?
Yeah, didn't even win their conference.
I swear, the fucking college football playoff committee has made their way over to the bracketing and the tournament.
It's the strength of schedule. Yeah, bullshit.
It's fucking stupid is what it is.
Bullshit. Where were we at? Were we at Duke, Vermont? I got Duke.
Yep.
Duke, Vermont.
Yeah.
And it hurts me to say, but I picked Duke again.
Yep. In a matchup which, according to Eli, we'll see in the women's bracket, Texas Tech taking on North Carolina State.
You didn't even ask me for my pick.
Yeah,
I thought you were taking Duke. I thought you said you were taking Duke.
No.
Oh,
I
you're
said
taking
I'm
Vermont?
taking Duke. Do I sound like Austin to you?
No, I'm taking Duke, but it'd be nice to get asked.
Austin, who are you picking?
I'm picking Duke. Thank you, Eli.
Thank you for
Eli,
getting
who
your
do
pick.
you have in Texas Tech versus NC State?
I got Texas Tech, honestly. I think they could win it. Austin, who do you got?
I have NC State. I have
Alright,
the
who do
11
you
seed
got in
beating the
Kentucky
6
and
seed.
Oakland?
I'm assuming Cliff's picking Texas Tech.
Yeah.
We got number 3 Kentucky. Is that who you're picking? Texas Tech.
Yeah.
I got number 3 Kentucky versus 14 Oakland.
I'm taking
Austin?
the Wildcats. You don't bet against them in the first round.
I'm taking the Wildcats, and I don't like the Wildcats. Pick right here, Austin.
That's
There is
a
wrong
thinking
choice.
face.
Kentucky has not been good though.
Austin, think correctly here.
They have not been the Kentucky of old though. They're decent, but it's not the same team. Give me Kentucky. That took everything in me not to pick Oakland. Give me Kentucky.
All right, Eli. Florida versus the winner of Colorado Boise State.
Gotta ask if Colorado's in the mix.
Are you taking Florida?
Hell yeah, I'm taking damn Florida. The fuck would I ever choose to potentially have Colorado as a pick? That's about as bad as Alabama.
I fucking hate Florida. I'm picking whoever the 10 seed is.
I am as well. I am also picking whoever the 10 seed is. Because...
Marquette and Western Kentucky.
Eli, why are you taking the Hilltoppers?
Who are they?
The Western Kentucky Hilltoppers.
Oh, I didn't take them. I picked Marquette.
I also picked Marquette.
I I so bad want to pick Western Kentucky, but I'm obviously picking Marquette. Just I don't know why. I've always kind of liked Western Kentucky.
Can we
They've got
hit
a real beautiful
Midwest
campus.
next?
So, do we want to go down to the Elite Eight like we did last time, or do we want to? The only
We
reason we
didn't do
switched
that on
was
the other
'cause-
one.
Well, like I said, if you let me speak, the only reason we switched is because Cliff wanted to talk about the South.
Yeah, there's so many good matchups in the second round. I think we stay here all the way to the Elite Eight.
Well, and this was the one matchup I wanted to talk about. I don't know why. Number 1 Houston versus number 8 Nebraska is going to be a fucking slobber knocker.
Well, that's
It's going to be one.
yeah.
It's probably going to be one of the best NCAA basketball games played in the tournament that we've ever seen. Like, I'm expecting a lot from this game. It's going to be good. I think Nebraska pulls out the
You
win.
think the Big Ten pulls it off?
I forgot you guys
think-
picked Nebraska.
I think number 8 Nebraska beats number 1 Houston and gets the upset.
I'm thinking the exact same thing, but I'm taking Houston. Just because I don't think Nebraska will be able to put it together the same team game that they did against Indiana in the Big Ten tournament. If they play like that, they could win the tournament. But I just don't think they can put that together.
I think they can. Also, update. The Giants are signing Snell. Baseball, not football. Never
So
mind.
confused.
I
What the
thought
hell
you
is
guys
happening?
might know what I was talking about. Never
Phillies
mind.
fan. Why would I care about the San Francisco Giants?
Maybe because you are in the same league as them. You're both in the NL.
You started to say conference and you switched it to league.
Yeah, because they don't have conferences in.
Anyways, I'm taking Houston.
They
Over
have
Texas
divisions.
A&M.
Now here's the second round matchup that I really do believe will
James Madison and Duke.
has a chance to break the overtime record that March Madness has, because Wisconsin and Duke neither win by a lot of points this year. I really do think this game could go to 4 or 5 overtimes, but at the end of the day, I gotta take Duke.
See, end of the day, I just want Duke out of my freaking bracket. I'm
So you're
picking James
taking
Madison
11
again.
seeded James Madison to beat Duke.
12 seeded. Even
12
worse.
seeded.
Texas
I
Tech.
got
I
Wisconsin. We're gonna have a Big Ten Elite Eight matchup.
Ooh, a Big Ten meat fest down in the paint.
Oh my! Let's not
Next.
say that ever again.
Next, they have Texas Tech and Kentucky.
Oh, sorry, Meat Madness. My bad, Meat Madness.
I have NC State versus Kentucky.
I'm taking Texas Tech over Kentucky.
Give me the Red Raiders. I think they got it this year.
Give me NC State.
All three of us have Kentucky out in the round of 32.
Because they aren't good, bro. They
And
are
I have
going
Florida
to
in my
fold.
cat, too. But guess what?
You're
I
taking
don't like the Gators going to the Sweet 16. I'm taking Marquette.
Well, good, because they aren't making it out of the first round. I also got Marquette.
Yeah, I'm
And neither
also
is Notre
picking
Dame making
Marquette.
it to the Elite Eight. But guess what you picked earlier?
That's your team. You're shit
It's my
talking your own team.
I understand that they choke every single tournament.
So
What we got in the Midwest here?
out in the Midwest region, you mean how it's Purdue taking on Montana State?
We're going to pause here for 1 second. Do we remember what I said in the group chat?
Never bet
You
on
don't-
Purdue.
Ever pick Purdue to win fucking anything, because every sport, I will say this till I'm 6 feet in the fucking ground or burned to ash. Purdue plays to their competition no matter what fucking sport it is, and they will always fold when it matters most.
That's why I picked Purdue.
Give me the 16 seed just because I can't go back on my word.
Back-to-back
2 years in a
years.
row. 2 years in a row they're going to fold in the first round.
I got Purdue.
It only
That's
gets
how much
worse.
I hate Purdue. I'm
Because
not
next-
even really that big of an IU fan. I just can't stand fucking West Lafayette and Purdue.
It's kind of
Next
a
we have
trash,
Utah State and
trash
TCU,
city.
and I picked TCU.
I have Utah State beating TCU right here. The Horned Frogs ain't gonna get it done.
And we go downhill the further I go.
I also got Utah State.
All right, Eli, let the madness fly. Gonzaga versus McNeese.
I have Gonzaga.
You're not
I
picking
have them.
McNeese? Where even is McNeese?
Nope. Is that a horse?
Yeah, I got Gonzaga.
The McNeese Cowboys.
So it is a
They're out of
horse.
Louisiana. Lake Charles, Louisiana.
Nolans?
But no, I'm taking Gonzaga as well.
And then I got Kansas over Stanford.
Samford.
I also got.
I said Stanford.
It is not Stanford. It is Samford.
I said
Sam.
I said Stanford.
Now we got him confused. He doesn't know what he said. It doesn't matter because I'm pretty sure he'll have Kansas.
I got Kansas here. South Carolina,
Next we have
Oregon.
South Carolina and Oregon. I have Oregon.
Oh. That's actually not one of the upsets I had on my radar, so I'm taking South Carolina here.
I also have Oregon because their stadium's name is very close to my name.
But
their football stadium's name, I should say.
Next, we have Creighton and Akron. And
Fuck
I got Akron.
I hate Akron. Akron can lick my ass.
I got Akron.
the Blue Jays.
I got the Blue Jays.
You are fucking stupid.
We have Texas versus UVA, and it's CSU.
No. We're gonna rewind.
Explain your Akron.
I am going to give you a chance to repick. I'm not even the champ, and I'm going to give you a chance to repick.
He's not going to.
I'm not.
Look at that face. That's a face of madness.
I've been waiting for us to get to the Midwest.
I thought you were better than that.
Nope, I've been waiting.
I
have Texas, by the way.
Yeah, I also have Texas beating
bet you can't guess who my
University of
last pick
Virginia.
is.
No, I got the 10 seed.
Yeah, give me Rocky.
Can you guess who my last pick is?
St. Peter's is making another appearance.
Yep.
Can you guess who my last pick is?
You're picking St.
Yeah,
Peter's?
you got St. Peter's, don't you?
I got St. Peter's.
That's...
They did it last year. They'll do it again this year.
It's not the same team they were last year, though.
Don't matter.
I also got the Vols. I'm not a Tennessee fan, but like I said, Rocky Top.
So, I have Purdue, Utah State.
Who you got, Eli?
For my first one, Purdue and TCU. I'm taking TCU.
Yeah, I got 16 seed, whichever one. Either, I'm guessing that's Montana State or Grambling.
It's Grambling State, yeah, or Montana State, yeah.
It doesn't matter. Either one of them will beat Purdue, and then Utah State's going to beat them. So I got Utah State beating the 16 seed.
Utah State to the Sweet 16, he says.
That's how much I hate Zach Edey.
Next.
I don't hate Zach Edey. I hate Curtis Painter.
My big issue with Zach Edey is he's got all the fucking talent and potential in the world to be a very good big man. He doesn't want to get in the paint and actually play.
Yeah, he gets
man
pushed
role.
around.
Yeah.
Gonzaga versus Kansas is what I have, and I think we all have.
Yeah, we all have that.
I have Zaga with the upset.
Gonzaga.
5-4.
The bulldog tore up the bird.
I got the Jayhawks.
You got Kansas.
I historically,
One of the two.
I feel like I do good when I pick Kansas. So it's more of a comfort pick than anything.
So, at work, I had Oregon versus Akron, and I picked Akron. I already said I had Akron going all the way to the end. I'm going to diverge here.
Thank God.
I'm going to pick Oregon over
What?
Akron.
What? You said you had Akron winning the entire thing?
In his work bracket.
They go against Iowa State, and Iowa State wins.
In his work bracket.
You had them in the finals.
Yeah.
The worst that happens is I get a pie in my face. I mean, there's not much on the line here.
Yeah, I know.
That Akron team is not good, Eli. It is not. It is not beating Creighton.
And watch.
Would
They go all the way.
Ball State have?
Coming from someone who watched this team all year, Eli, that is not a national championship team.
And coming from somebody who watched the Notre Dame women's team, it's not going past the Sweet 16.
God, that is rough.
I've got Creighton beating Oregon.
I also have
I had Creighton versus Oregon.
I have Creighton beating South Carolina.
Now, I have St. Peter's beating Texas.
Fuck. I have Tennessee beating Texas.
I also have Tennessee winning. I have the 10 seed there, but it doesn't matter.
What a great song to be playing during this.
God damn. All right, Eli.
You're walking some kind of line. I don't know what it is.
Purdue, Gonzaga.
What?
You had Gonzaga and Purdue, right? No, you had the Utah
My
State.
Sweet 16?
Yeah.
I have TCU and Gonzaga.
Oh God.
And I got Gonzaga.
I have Purdue, Gonzaga, and I got Purdue beating Gonzaga and making the Elite Eight.
Hey, we didn't do Sweet 16 in South.
Yeah.
Oh.
What are we doing here, Cliff?
I don't know.
I got James Madison beating Houston, and I got Texas Tech beating Marquette.
James Madison
Hold
beating
on, what-
Houston? What the fuck? Hold on a minute. We're not just gonna say that as you kill Austin.
I was going to say, we need to quit jumping the fuck around and figure out what we're doing. That... Whatever the hell that was.
As Eli then proceeds to jump around even more. Well, I guess now we're doing the South region Sweet 16. I have Houston beating Duke and Marquette beating Texas Tech. Just dropping James Madison like that. God damn, Eli.
I've got the Cornhuskers beating Wisconsin, and then I got Marquette beating NC State.
Jesus, okay. Oh,
Down to
And
the
then,
Midwest.
Do we want to go down to the Midwest and do the Elite Eight there?
yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Oh my god, we gotta.
I got
We gotta
Gonzaga
figure
beating
this shit out.
TCU. And then my 11 versus my 15. I'm taking the 15.
I have Creighton beating Tennessee.
I also have Creighton beating Tennessee.
Jeez.
Who do you have on that top half?
Fuck. Purdue beating Gonzaga.
I have Kansas beating Utah State.
Cliff's still betting on Purdue.
Yep.
That's
Yeah,
more far-fetched than what I'm doing.
That's not a good idea, Cliff.
No, you're really not gonna like
Did you not learn your lesson?
Nope. Why do you think I keep touching
I would
the
rather
stove?
bet on the 16th seed and lose than bet on Purdue to win it all and then get knocked out second round.
I keep touching the stove. We're
Are we
gonna,
in the East?
we're gonna jump.
No, yeah, let's go ahead and hop up the
Yeah.
East, do the fucking Elite Eight there, and then we'll just do all the West.
Okay.
Fuck it.
Second round. I got UConn FAU. I think we all have UConn FAU. I got UConn beating FAU.
I also have UConn beating FAU.
I got UConn Northwestern.
I need to
I
have
got-
fucking mute privileges to mute Eli. My God, him jumping around like that.
I got
He's
UConn
spouting right
beating.
now. He yapping.
I got UConn beating Northwestern.
Okay. San Diego State and Auburn. I know you picked UAB, Eli. Do you have UAB beating Auburn?
No, I got Auburn beating UAB.
I got San Diego State beating
I
Auburn.
also have San Diego State beating Auburn.
Now, I have BYU beating Illinois.
That's wrong.
I have Illinois beating BYU.
I also have Illinois beating
They're
BYU.
fighting Illini.
And I'm gonna keep Iowa State beating Washington State.
Oh man, this next matchup for me is crazy.
Yeah. I got Iowa State beating Drake.
I got number 10 Drake versus number 15 South Dakota State.
Yeah. I think Drake wins.
Give me
that.
number 15 South Dakota State.
Oh, wow.
That's the Cinderella run in this year's bracket.
Nah.
That's the
15
shining
South
moment
Dakota
this
State.
year. Jesus.
So now we got all the West to do.
Yes.
Wait, no, fine.
Sweet 16.
Elite
I
Eight.
have
Elite
UConn
Eight.
in San Diego State. I have UConn. I got the Huskies.
So do I.
Did we do Sweet 16?
That's what we're doing right now, Eli.
Okay. UConn and Auburn. I have Auburn beating UConn.
Whoa.
And I got BYU beating Iowa State.
I've got Illinois beating number 15 South Dakota State.
I have Iowa State beating Illinois.
You make that face. This man has number freaking 15 going. My
Like,
East sounds sane compared to his. My Midwest is batshit crazy.
You fucking said Akron was going to win it all. A single word that comes out of your mouth from here on out will not be taken seriously.
Exactly.
I want you to know
I didn't
that.
say they were winning it all. I
we
said
are
they'd make it, to the end, but lose to Iowa State.
That might as well be winning it all for them. I got number 1 UConn, number 3 Illinois.
I got number
Coming out
1
East.
UConn, number 2 Iowa State.
I have number 4 Auburn and number 6 BYU.
Number 1 North Carolina versus number 16 seed either Howard or Wagner University.
I got UNC.
Yep.
Where are we at?
The West region.
West.
I have UNC. I love me some UNC.
Mississippi State versus Michigan States in a battle of the states that start with M. I got Michigan State.
Yeah, I also got Michigan State. There's a theme here, and it's Big Ten basketball.
I got Michigan State.
And here we are with a matchup that I think is going to bust most brackets. St. Mary's versus Grand Canyon University. I have to go with
St. Mary's.
with the safe pick of St. Mary's, but I think Grand Canyon could be a very dangerous team here with how they're seated.
Ditto.
Now,
along
look,
with
guys,
the pick, I also got St. Mary's.
It's Alabama versus Charleston.
Alabama.
As much as I don't like Alabama, I'm not picking Charleston.
That's crazy because I am.
Ooh, damn.
Because
Clemson
once
and
again,
New
it doesn't
Mexico.
matter who wins that because they're losing to St. Mary's in the next round.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Clemson and New Mexico.
I have
I
Clemson.
got Clemson.
I have the New Mexico Lobos.
The Lobos.
Baylor and Colgate.
I didn't know toothpaste had a college.
I have Colgate.
Cliff, you haven't given your picks for the last 2.
Hey, did he say Clemson?
Yeah,
And he said Bama.
Bama and Clemson.
I thought you were just like reading them off. I didn't think.
I killed
You were
Austin's brain.
Yeah, it's.
Well, Eli did
I'm all
just
over the
pick
place right
Colgate.
After the day I've had, I did not need Eli fucking with my brain anymore.
Well, I don't think toothpaste is getting it done. I'm taking Baylor.
I also got the Golden Bears.
Dayton, Nevada.
Dayton, Nevada.
I got Dayton.
I know who you're picking, Cliff.
Who you pick? I'm picking Nevada.
Oh, really? I thought you were picking the Flyers.
I love the Flyers, but that team's too young this year.
I like the logo.
I also have Nevada. I got number 10 Nevada.
I love the Flyers. It's a beautiful arena. It's rocking, but
Arizona
team's
and
too
Long
young.
Beach State.
Arizona.
I got Arizona.
I got Arizona. Somebody I work with has Arizona going all the way and winning
It's
it.
possible.
And that is a good pick. That might be my pick. Maybe.
All right, round of 32.
I have
UNC
Carolina?
versus Michigan State
yeah.
for me.
I have that as well.
I have UNC.
I got UNC.
I also have UNC.
I feel like this is the most like clean cut region out of them
This
all.
is the simplest one, yes.
Yeah. It's probably
I got
best to
St.
save it
Mary's.
for last.
Over Alabama.
I got St. Mary's over Charleston.
I have Alabama over St. Mary's.
Shut the fuck up.
Ooh.
I got Clemson over Colgate.
I have Baylor over Clemson.
I have Baylor over the New Mexico Lobos.
And then I have Arizona beating Dayton.
I have Arizona beating Nevada.
I have Arizona beating Nevada.
So
then you got, better say you got number 1 UNC versus number 5 St. Mary's for me. I got number 1 UNC.
I got UNC
I
versus
have-
Alabama, and I'm taking UNC.
I got UNC versus St. Mary's, and once again, UNC.
I have number 3. I think we all have this.
Yeah,
Number 3
Baylor,
Baylor
Arizona.
versus number 2 Arizona. Eli has Clemson, doesn't he? I have Arizona. I have the 1 and 2 seed playing in this. Like
I
said,
get Arizona
I
winning.
I think this is the most easily telegraphable. Like,
Yeah, I have Arizona.
No matter
as well.
where we got, we still have North Carolina versus Arizona here.
yeah.
No matter what happened to anything that we said, we ended up.
Rhinestone
the same
Cowboy.
Elite
All right. So,
And now,
Eli, we're already here. So, your Elite 8 matchup between North Carolina and Arizona. And why is it the Tar Heels?
I think Arizona has a really good run through this. I think the Tar Heels do too. I can't fully see. I think it's going to be a really good game. I just think Arizona towards the end of the game is just going to kind of dip down, and Tar Heels are going to come just enough, and they're going to beat them. Barely beat them. I got UNC winning.
All right.
It's going to be a close one. It's going to be very close, but...
Austin?
I got Arizona.
I also have Arizona.
I've always been a fan of Arizona, like as a college. Like their football team, I think is on the come up. Obviously, their basketball team's good.
Is that the Sun Devils?
No, that's
Arizona State.
I think Arizona's the Wildcats.
I think so as well. Where are we going from here?
We'll go to the East region, where I have UConn, Iowa State, and I have UConn. I have
UConn.
I have both UConn men's and women's making the Final Four again.
I have UConn, number 1 UConn versus number 3 Illinois. Give me the Fighting Illini.
Really?
I have Auburn
Big
and
Orange.
BYU.
You have who, Eli? Say it again with your chest.
Auburn and BYU.
Auburn, BYU.
And I'm taking BYU.
Brigham Young
BYU to the
University.
Final Four.
In the South region, I have, in that hell of a region, I have the 1-2 matchup of Houston Marquette, and Marquette gets the job done.
In the South, I've got number 8 Nebraska versus number 2 Marquette. Give me number 2 Marquette.
I have number 12 James Madison versus number 6 Texas Tech.
Hell of a
Eli,
hell of a
do you just
matchup.
not want to know what it's like to have this?
Hell no, he doesn't.
I'm taking Texas Tech here.
Okay. And finally, in the Midwest, I have Purdue taking on Creighton. Creighton takes Purdue out.
I have number 3 Creighton versus number 4 Kansas. Give me number 4 Kansas.
Kansas killing the Blue Jays cannot beat the
Jayhawks will be the superior bird beating the Blue Jays. And they will remain the last bird standing.
I have number 5 Gonzaga and number 15 St. Peter's. And St. Peter's couldn't do this last year. They couldn't make it.
No. Don't.
By God, they choke again and lose to Gonzaga.
As it should be.
I don't know what's crazier, me having Purdue make it to the Elite Eight, or Eli having St. Peter's make it to the Elite Eight.
They both probably have the same chance of happening. I'm not going to lie.
It's the 1 in the 15 seed.
Yep.
All right. My men's Final Four is UConn versus Arizona and Marquette versus Creighton. I have UConn beating Arizona, and I have Marquette beating Creighton, setting up a hell of a championship game.
I have number 3 Illinois facing number 2 Arizona. I got number 2 Arizona. I have number 2 Marquette facing number 4 Kansas. I think Kansas has an insane run up until now, and I think it continues. I think they beat Marquette. Setting up number 2 Arizona and number 4 Kansas. And the Natty.
That's crazy.
As I hear the wakes of Mallow playing in my ear, I have BYU number 6, UNC number 1, Texas Tech number 6, Gonzaga number 5. And going into the championship game, we have number 1, UNC, and we have number 5, Gonzaga.
That's a hell of a national championship game. Eli, who's your national champion?
On UNC.
It's a solid pick.
I don't like the path you took to get there, but the ending's pretty okay.
With a solid total of 123.
123.
I think there's going to be a lot of defense in that game.
Austin?
Think so. So I got number 2 Arizona versus number 4 Kansas. Kansas, a true blue blood in basketball. Arizona, kind of a new kid on the block. They've had great teams in the past, but I think this is the year they get it done.
Arizona.
Get it down.
So score prediction. I think Arizona will score 74 points. I think Kansas score 71.
3-point game.
3-point game at the end.
My national championship game, I have UConn taking on Marquette, and Marquette gets it done with a final score of 83-74.
I hope they do. Like, I would not be upset if Marquette won at all.
And so there we have it. Your first inaugural Ace in the Hole March Madness predictions. And my God, do our brackets look so fucking different.
It's crazy.
Like, even the one region, the men's West region, which was one of the easiest, like, clean cut, we somehow found a way to get lost in Amish country. That's Eli's draft song right there. That's his he listens to that when he gets in his drafts. For those of you who can't
I'm the
hear,
one that skipped it too.
we're listening to clown music right now. For those of you who can't hear. I think Austin is pretty much dead. Eli, do you have anything you want to say to the listeners?
That's crazy.
This one and my work one differ a lot.
Yeah, you had Akron making it to the national championship game.
But we took some leaps, we took some bounds, and we went on a roller coaster ride. But at the end of the day, I had top 10 teams in the Final Four in the championship game. And I had number 1 winning it, UNC.
You didn't even pick the team from Green Bay, Wisconsin to win a game. That was the one thing I expected you to do.
In my brackets, not the winners, though. I feel confident in Arizona. I do not feel confident at all in West Virginia.
I don't feel confident in any of this. I was just flying by the seat of my pants, and I ended up with IU and Marquette.
Hey, it's crazy the paths we take.
Yeah, so if we're ever road tripping anywhere, we are not letting Eli navigate. Because we see the kinds of paths he takes to get there.
Coming to you guys soon, the Ace in the Hole road trip, where Eli holds the map.
Ace in the Hole on tour.
Oh, God.
Hey, it's okay. I'll navigate
That would be the best video ever. It's we just have me holding up a map trying to lead you guys somewhere.
Upside down
and somehow
backwards.
Sideways.
Yeah. And backwards.
And then I move upside down trying to read the map.
Bro's trying to read in a mirror.
It's in French or something like that.
But I don't know where Paris is in the United States.
Well, we got one of those around here.
Not gonna make that joke.
Yeah, I'm glad you didn't, because I thought about it too. I couldn't figure out how to make it. Well, before we kill the chances of Austin's career...
And if you ever want to make a joke...
And if you have a busted bracket just like I do...
I was going to make a joke about ruining Austin's future endeavors in his career. But just remember, if you can't trust your co-host to navigate anything, and if you truly think that your bracket's gonna win,
then we don't got you covered, because I'm one of those co-hosts.
Just remember, you're watching the wrong damn podcast. But if you want to have a good time for over 2 hours listening to us talk shit about sports, we've got you covered, because we are your ace in the hole. And we'll catch you on down the road. And just remember, Austin's Twitter is still wrong. Yeah.
Yeah.